everyone. Welcome to English Learning Tutorials. Just as in any bike or a bicycle, every part has its place, then only it can be assembled and can work properly. Similarly, when we are talking or expressing our thoughts, words should be assembled properly to create meaningful sentence, else it will not be understood by the receiver. Whenever we are communicating in our mother tongue with someone, we are aware how to play with the words and become masters in explaining our views due to knowledge of placement of words. Words are arranged according to their functions, and then a meaningful sentence is created to communicate effectively. Let's know this gradually in parts. The various parts of speech are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, interjection. Let us understand the first part of speech, that is noun. A noun is a naming word. It encompasses most of the words of the language. That is, it can be the name of the person, thing, ability, or skill. It works either as a subject, that is doer, or as an object, that is receiver. So, what are the naming words one can see in this classroom? Yes, you're right. Not only students, board, globe, clock, table, pen, paper, and also made in India, printed on the chair are noun, but also when teacher says the students get knowledge in the school, knowledge is also noun. To sum up, we can say all the visible things, that is clock, globe, India, Agra, students, classroom, and also invisible things which can be felt by our five senses, that is knowledge, childhood, friendship, wisdom, love, hope, honesty comes in the category of noun. So everything that you see around you can be named. Each of those names fits previous definitions of noun. Let us understand with some examples. Sam and Simran travel from Chennai to Mumbai to meet Edward. Here, Sam and Simran and Edward are name of the persons, whereas Chennai and Mumbai denotes the name of the place. Sunil is known for his honesty. Here also, Sunil is the name of a particular person, whereas honesty shows invisible feeling, which is also a noun. The army sent its football team to Chandigarh. Here, the army and team shows group of people with a particular word, so it is also a noun. We will study in detail kinds of noun in our upcoming series. The second part of speech is pronoun. That is, pronoun is a word that replaces the name of the person or object. The function of pronoun is same as noun, to be subject or an object. Let us understand pronoun with an example. Tom has a new dog. He has named it Max. Here, instead of repeating the name Tom again and again, pronoun he is used. Similarly, for showing the happiness of family, we are having fun. Here also, we is used as a pronoun. To sum up, he, she, we, they, you, I, it, all are pronouns which we use frequently during our day-to-day conversation. So, pronoun is a word used in place of noun or a noun phrase. Let us understand one more example. Mr. Bachchan is the new police commissioner. Mr. Bachchan is the senior most police officer. People expect Mr. Bachchan to bring perseverance and honesty in the police force. Here, instead of writing Mr. Bachchan again and again, the pronoun he or him are used. For various kinds of pronoun, please follow our upcoming series. Moving on to the part of speech adjective, that is, a word that describes a noun. Can you relate yourself when someone is busy with their social media? What exactly they are doing? Yes, you're right. Not only they are complimenting on various posts and images such as awesome, you're amazing, nice work, I'm happy, heavy and thin, but also they are using adjectives unknowingly. So it defines opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material or purpose. So when we say how big or small is it, the reply we give are adjectives such as small, tiny, large, enormous or big. Or similarly, when we ask someone what color is it, in the same way we reply red, blue, magenta, pinkish. These are defining any noun. So, the words which are used to describe someone is called adjectives. Why don't you describe yourself by answering these three questions? What kind? Which one? How many? That is, are you intelligent, brave, caring, loyal, etc. To sum up, an adjective is a word or set of words that modifies, that is, describes a noun or a pronoun. Adjective may come before the word they modify. As for example, that is a cute puppy. Here, cute is defining puppy, so it is an adjective. She likes a high school senior. Here, high defines school, hence it becomes an adjective. We will study in detail kinds of adjectives in our upcoming series. Our fourth part of speech is verb, that is, action words. Whenever we are communicating with someone, we are using any verbs to complete our sentence. To understand verb more clearly, observe the dialogues in the following scene very carefully. So, all the words like think, search, missing, call, seems, happened, left are verbs. To sum up, verb function as action or the state of the subject. It can be state of being verbs such as am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, or action verbs such as skip, say, run, drive, open, read, listen, etc. Or helping verbs such as has, have, had, do, etc. We will see in detail about types of verbs in our upcoming series. So, verbs in the English are connected with tense, such as present, past or future. As for example, we are saving some money for the excursion. Here, our saving denotes present tense. He thought about his stupid mistake in the test. Here, thought is the verb which denotes past tense. We will be sleeping in tents at summer camp. Here, will be sleeping shows future tense. Let's practice and revise all four parts of speech that we have learned today. Write the answers in the comment box below and pause the video wherever needed to write words and definitions. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe so as to get all our tutorials. Comments and suggestions are always welcome. Thank you.